So, who is Tyler the Creator? Tyler grew up with his mom in Hawthorne, California. Um, During his early childhood, his father was notably absent in his life, but in recent times, they have actually seen each other. Tyler's met the dude a couple times, so they know of each other. They just didn't have a relationship when Tyler was younger. Tyler, knowing this, Ace got to work. Okay, Ace is an alias for Tyler the Creator. He went. This is part of the early years, so he went by as Ace for most of his early years. I would say about 2004. From about 2004 to 2011, 12, right around there, he stopped using Ace. But for now, in this video, we're going to talk about his projects under Ace. We Dreams in 3D, At Your Own Risk, Stereotype, Eargasm, and Bodega. So first to know, We Dream 3D was the first full project of his, but Stereotype was the full first vocally recorded that we know now. He may have recorded Dreams in 3D earlier, but as of right now, the vocal version of Stereotype was recorded and ready to be released, but unfortunately, due to, wouldn't say lack of confidence, but due to some issues and the fact that his teacher told on him basically, and that he had to go show his mom. I guess he got a little embarrassed from that, so he ended up pulling it around 2006, 2007, but then re-uploaded, not re-uploaded, repurposed it and uploaded it to MySpace around 2007 with the Eargasm EP. But unfortunately, those are lost, not lost media, but some of it's lost, some of it's found. So it's lost found media, not lost completely, but you get my point. So we're just gonna actually, I have the albums lined up, so we're just gonna take a look, see where his creative process went. I think from Dreams in 3D, from an early age, Tyler or Ace could, his vision could be seen. His instrumentals were already developed, well developed for a 14-year-old. I don't think anyone at that young of an age in the modern era knew how to make beats that good at that young of an age. So yeah, we're gonna check out what was Redream's 3D era like, and yeah. Hello. Okay, I think we're back on. My mic died all of a sudden, or it didn't die. I guess it shut off. But yeah, We Dreams in 3D. Great project. So far, it really delves into like the instrumental sides. Like Tyler was trying to perfect his craft, and you could already see throughout the versions, because there's so many versions of just this track list in general, that he took his time with each song and treated it as its own project, which is good. I think all artists should do that at a young age, but specifically Tyler, because every song is different. It's not like if I, for instance, was to show you version 1 of Lounges and Blocks, we'd be way different from version 3, which I think was on At Your Own Risk. Second version or not, but you can see like some of the inspiration from like Wind It Up and I Keep Toys kind of turned into Retail Price. Even though Retail Price was his own song, it borrowed ideas and concepts from the other songs on the track. I think it's a really good listen. If you wanted my top 3, I wrote it down. Like I said, Puppy Love. I just feel like the ambiance of the song is really good, and I think it'll put you in the best mood per se. But like best songs that I feel like hopefully had lyrics, hopefully recorded vocal versions of these early ones. But I would say Retail Price. Retail Price is one of those songs I could play over and over again. It just has a lot of replay value. And with that said, we're gonna go into At. Now, when I was first introduced to At Your Own Risk, I think this is what Oh my goodness, it went dark. I gotta edit that out. But I think what piqued my interest in Tyler or Ace, I'll keep going back and forth between those names. But what piqued my interest early on is the what's the word, evolvement of his instrumentals. Because I didn't start getting to Tyler until about 2 years ago. Like I knew of him, but I never really listened to his music because his music was much not for my age at the time. Was much not for my age. So what piqued my interest was that he just dropped me. He just dropped "Call Me If You Get Lost," and I didn't like it at first, but I started to actually really enjoy it. That one song, "Sweet I Thought You Would Dance," perfect song. But anyways, this relates to At Your Own Risk because again the involvement. Like I love to see artists evolve from their past styles, and I think this album, this album, At Your Own Risk, while it has many versions and it has many vocal versions that we've yet to hear. Two have leaked, which I believe was "I Dream" and "Speakerbox." But it's kind of weird with some of these because he put some songs on multiple albums, or he put different versions of the same song on multiple projects. But "I Dream" and "Speakerbox" did leak, but and "Get Fresh" has been leaked since like a long time. That was one of the songs that like everyone had at the beginning of the when I joined the community, the fandom or whatever. But if you want a perfect summertime album, I'm telling you, At Your Own Risk is your bet. I like literally have a carpet of the album cover for it because I just think it's so good. It's really well polished in comparison to We Dreams in 3D because Dreams in 3D can get a little bit repetitive towards the end, but I feel like every like just even the way it starts with dun dun like I can't perfectly replicate it, but Waffles, the instrumental, he had actually just mentioned it in an interview. I want to see if I could pull up the clip. But he had just mentioned in an interview that he um he thought the song was like bad, but he was like jamming to it, which is low key cool because he even saw his involvement in his own instrumentals. And personally, I love all his music, but I would say if I had to gear towards an era, it would definitely be his MySpace era first. So like MySpace, his early years, up until Cherry Bomb, some of Flower Boy, but then after Igor, like I'm like a general fan. Like I love all his music, but it's the perfect album, summertime listen, and I think in all honesty that this, along with Dreams in 3D, you could kind of put in its own tier of like not lo-fi beats, but I would classify these as like more jazz pop focus. Once we get to Eargasm and Stereotype, you can see some of his music shifting to where it's now more hip, not hip hop. Yeah, rapped focus instrumentals and like more quick to the point. And do know in this album he does use a 4 count that was inspired by Pharrell, and I think almost all the songs in the instrumentals, he has a 4 count. So it's like for Waffles, it's dun 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 dun. That's the 4 count, and then in other songs. But like I said, if you want to visit this project, please go do so. I guarantee you guys will. Anyone watching out there would love to hear this stuff. I mean, it is peak, but yeah, that's At Your Own Risk. And yeah. Also, I'm gonna actually put in a video of here of him rapping the Sorry prototype version um in the video, but I'm not gonna have sound. So I'm gonna just play like the actual song over it. But he's actually rapping, and you can see from early age that like he actually knew like he could flow off the top of the head. And yeah, so that will lead into I believe, because Eargasm came first. We're gonna go into Eargasm after I play the Sorry prototype video. Thank you.
Bobby's fucking auntie, Johnny. Johnny's fucking Nani. Auntie, Johnny's fucking Chuck, and Chuck is fucking Bobby. So it's like a threesome with 18 more fucking people. I'm a fucking feeble.
So yeah, unfortunately, due to it being one of like the most sought after projects, the vocal version, the complete vocal version of the album's lost due to time because I mean it was put up on MySpace after the thing with the teacher happened, causing him to like unrelease it, and then he actually just scrapped it and repurposed it to make a new album on Stereotype. But Eargasm was like an EP. It was supposed to be like an introduction to Stereotype, but then it ended up being its own project. So for those, I would say Eargasm is a great listen. Both of these are a great listen, but I think it really shifted Tyler's direction because I feel like if he would have kept going on the path of like At Your Own Risk and We Dream in 3D, he would have been more of a lo-fi pop artist, which would have been new for the time. But he kind of shifted into more of the rap game, and you see this in, for example, the instrumental Nose Candy. Nose Candy ended up being steak sauce on Goblin. Like the instrumental was reused as steak sauce. And Annie ended up being on Wolf 2010, which we will definitely get into in the second video, second part to this documentary. But yeah, all in all, I would say those are two great projects from what we have. They're very good, like honestly. But these are some of the albums where I would say if you want to listen, you have to listen in a certain range. Like, don't go listen to At Your Own Risk, then go to Stereotype. Listen to Stereotype. If I'm crafting a perfect order right now for the least the first four, go listen to Stereotype. No, go listen to Eargasm, then Stereotype, then go to We Dream in 3D, then go to At Your Own Risk to get the full story. But yeah, phone storage is low key not working, so I'm gonna have to cut this short. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There will be four parts to this documentary, and yeah. So this is the outro. I hope you guys enjoy. This is commentary with Jay, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.